Ladies and gentlemen, we are on here with Alpha Female, one of the biggest stars around the world in female wrestling. Now, Bill Apter has wrote an amazing book. You can go to Amazon.com and get your copy there, or go to your local bookstore and get your copy. But I'm going to ask you a question. I mean, I know you're a professional wrestler. You've wrestled all over the world. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is wrestling fixed?
What? I didn't even know it was broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, is wrestling fixed? I didn't know it was broken. Find it at your local bookstore or on Amazon.com. Thank you.
Looks like this match is over. He's about to hit him with the big slam.
Again, thanks for your support, and we'll see you at the matches right here, OneWrestling.com.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Big Slam Nation. We got a packed show for you today. We got the Alpha Female interview with Big Ray and Bill Skyler right after this, so make sure you watch the entire show because you don't want to miss that. My name is Billy Ray Valentine, and I got a whole cast of the usual suspects with me today. A-Track Brown, the dirtiest of the city. What's going on, man? How are you dealing with a Triple H world title reign right now? I'm surprised you're alive. I'm surprised you're breathing. I'm surprised you're walking. I'm surprised you're on this show.
I'm surprised that you can still see my TV in the background.
You shattered it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I was able to keep my cool with, thanks to Mother Earth. I'll just say that.
Right. Okay, good for you. Hey, a returning OK.
Can I tell you that I hate Triple H?
I'm introducing OK Fabe. I know you hate Triple H.
All right.
OK Fabe, tell us something, man.
Look at his hair.
What? What? It just so happens that me and Fame Black have the same hair thing going on?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very
Listen,
cool.
It's an homage to Fame Black. He pulls it off much more better than I ever could.
If you say so. What's up, OK Fabe?
The hellish bodies.
I'm just listening to A-Track getting absurdly upset about Triple H winning the title, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
You haven't heard nothing yet. Tune into the PW Hustle this week.
And
you will hear some outrage. Big Ray, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, man. A long work week. I worked 6 days straight. I also did a double this week. A hell of a lot of wrestling going on. I cannot wait. Hopefully I'll be on the PW Hustle podcast. I cannot wait for A-Track Brown and his rant on Triple H, guys. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher. What else? Podbeam, everywhere, man. You can find it
everybody
anywhere.
likes to listen on Podbeam.
That's
Go
pretty
over to
awesome.
iTunes and subscribe, please. Hey, the professor all the way from Bombay, New Jersey. What's going on, buddy? Tell us something real quick so we could get into this wrestling stuff.
What's going on there, Slamites? How y'all doing today? And I'm happy that Triple H is a 14-time World Heavyweight Champion. I'm doing cartwheels. Let's go.
All right, and all the way from Philadelphia, my man, with a different haircut today. That's what he likes to do. The Nature Boy Fame Black, man. Tell us something.
It's horrible.
Nature Boy?
What's up, guys?
Oh, he's doing the emo thing. That's fantastic.
Triple H is
cool. It's so goth.
All
Triple
right,
H
all right.
is cool.
Let's talk about NXT.
Oh. Before we jump into NXT, Billy Ray Valentine, we kicked off the show, and before we actually kicked off the show, just after the intro, guys, coming to OneWrestling.com is the Sunday Segway podcast with Kenny Killer, Tom Brady, not the football player, and our own Fame Black. They're going to be having a show every single Sunday. Fame, really quickly, what's Sunday Segway about? What's the podcast about?
It's real. If you listen to the Sunday Segue already, it's an expansion. If you listen to any episode with me, Tom Brady, and Kenny, we basically just get into the banter, and this is more of a way for us to let off the comedy side of things. We're gonna have some competitions, some games, and some exciting video content. It's gonna be great. You need to check it out. Sunday Segue.
And you guys are going to be covering a lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling, some indie stuff, and then of course mainstream wrestling, correct?
That is correct. It's all wrapped in one package.
And listen, guys, before Billy Ray takes over, I want you guys to, at the end of this portion of the show, because this show is two halves, we have an amazing interview, myself and Bill Schuyler, with Alpha Female. Yes, the Alpha Female, formerly of TNA, formerly of Japan, formerly of basically all over the world. And a really candid, really cool, really fun interview. So, guys, check it out at the end of the show. Billy Ray, it's all yours, buddy.
Hey, I want to say what's up to my man Kelly Killer. What's going on, buddy? I know the show is going to be awesome, so I can't wait to watch it. And the beautiful Alpha Female. It's going to be great to watch that, too. Let's get into it, man. NXT, Shinske Nakamura. Shinske! The man himself has apparently...
Shinske!
Okay, enough with the Shinske.
What?
Has apparently...
Shinske!
I was waiting for that.
He's apparently debuted in NXT in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, I got a problem with it, okay? I love me some Shinske Nakamura, okay? But I got a problem with him debuting on NXT, and I will tell you why. But first, I want to get Big Ray's opinion. Tell me what you thought about this whole issue, this whole deal. Shinske Nakamura is, in fact, in the WWE, and he is going to be featured on NXT. Tell me what's up, man.
Well, first and foremost, now we're not talking Japanese, but it is Chinese New Year, so I'm gonna wish you all a happy Year of the Monkey.
Nice.
All right, Gong Hei Fuk Choi. To all our Chinese listeners. You know what? A-Track, please. You know what? Stop it. Now we're going to Japan. Now this is a totally different part of the world. You racist pigs.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Hey. Now,
like the RZA would say,
Shinske, you know, they were claimed by the Asians,
Absolutely.
the Wu-Tang Clan, in the racial draft, if I'm correct.
This is the best history lesson I've ever received in my life. Continue, please.
It is absolutely true. And who did the white people take? Was it OJ?
Nah, I believe the
Tiger Woods.
We took Tiger Woods.
No. The black people took Tiger Woods. The white people took Colin Powell.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
The black delegation gave away Condoleezza Rice.
The black delegation.
We're also giving away Stacey Dash for anybody who wants her. So.
Oh, I will take Stacey Dash. Konnichiwa, Mitches.
Konnichiwa. But listen, all right, now seriously about Shinske Nakamura. Number one, this guy, I have been clamoring for this guy to be in the WWE for almost a year and a half, 2 years now. One of the most charismatic wrestlers I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I didn't understand a lick of what the hell the play-by-play was saying, but I knew exactly what was happening in the ring with Shinske Nakamura. Now, with this guy who, and if you guys don't know who Shinske Nakamura is, he is probably one of the more preeminent intercontinental champions in New Japan Pro Wrestling's history. Very, very, very over with everyone, and he is quite the ladies' man. That's why we do the Shinske. That's the women in the crowd. They're actually yelling his name. We're not gonna get that in NXT. Him coming out of NXT was a little disappointing for me. You know, we had AJ Styles. We'll get into that later. We had AJ Styles debuting in WWE, and I think Shinske was good enough to be on the main roster. And I'm also hearing, and this is through multiple sources, that apparently Shinske Nakamura speaks pretty decent English. Not English. English. So,
I speak English, but yeah.
So I got to be honest, Billy Ray, I was actually kind of disappointed to know that he was going to NXT, but, you know, he has to kind of tone down the strong style, and I believe that's what they're going to do over there in NXT, maybe work on that a little bit, maybe work on his promos. But other than that, I'm just excited to have him here.
Well, we can't tone down the strong style on the king of strong style. That's blasphemy. Hey, okay, Faye, welcome back to the fold, brother. How have you been, man?
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
Tell me something. Give me your thoughts on Shinske Nakamura. Are you familiar with him?
I am. Not as much as I'd like to be, but I've been watching his stuff as much as I can in New Japan once his name started popping up. So I'm a big fan of his style, big fan of his look. I kind of agree. I think that one of the main reasons they're going to bring him to NXT is to kind of, I don't want to say tone him down, but get him used to the WWE style. The one thing, though, is that we never confirmed completely that he'll be part of the NXT roster. True, he'll be in NXT and he'll be in a certain event that I don't want to spoil too much, but We don't know for sure if he's part of the roster. I'm just being optimistic.
No, you can talk about it because apparently
No, it's reported.
It's already reported, so you can
Okay,
talk about it, please.
wasn't sure. So we don't really know he's going to be at TakeOver Dallas, but
Right.
we don't know if he's part of the roster. And I know it's kind of a gray area, I'm being optimistic here, but it might be just like we saw at Liger at Brooklyn, a one-time showing. It'd be really cool to see him have that awesome match at Dallas, and all of a sudden, oh hey, he's on Raw the next night after WrestleMania. I'm just saying, never say never.
That would be really cool. I agree with you there, even though I don't want to see him anywhere near NXT personally. I would have liked him to come straight to the main roster. Maybe challenge The Undertaker at WrestleMania. They could have
What?
done something with that. Hey,
The
I think it would have been
Undertaker?
awesome. I always had a dream of not the Great Sasuke, the Great Muta versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. This would have kind of settled that for me. A-Track Brown.
Would have been David and Goliath, man. I'll tell you that.
A-Track Brown, you and I share a dream to see an Asian defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Shinsuke!
Apparently, we're not going to see that. Tell me, how do you feel about Mr. Shinske Nakamura, one of your personal favorites, debuting at NXT, bro?
Well, when you look at it, NXT is actually the better show. But at the end of the day, it's not the main roster. So it's like, well, would you rather see him on the better show, or would you rather see him on the main roster? For me, it's whatever. As far as, his status is concerned, he should not be on NXT. He needs to be on the main roster. The man is 35 years old, for God's sake. And I don't want to hear this crap about nobody's going to know who he is because nobody pays attention to the indies. Those people went crazy when AJ Styles came out. Okay, and this is a man who's from the indies, from Japan. Shinske Nakamura is a professional. He doesn't have to go to NXT to adjust to his style. He's been doing this for a long time. The man knows what he's doing. He's all right. He's good to go. Just get him out there, let the people go nuts for him, and he can have a decent match with The Undertaker. Or bring back Daniel Bryan and stop purposely keeping him out.
A-Track Brown speaks the gospel today. Hashtag wrestling analysis fame black. I know you're not familiar that much with Shinske Nakamura, but now he's in your backyard, so now you're forced to pay attention to him. Do you mind that he was in NXT? Do you care, or do you want to see him on Raw? Tell me something.
I'll tell you, I was a pretty big Kevin Steen fan. When he showed up to be Kevin Owens, I was like, I believed in him, so I was like, I think he should be on the main roster. But what he did, with his short amount of time in NXT, made his debut on the main roster all that more impactful, if we remember. Never mind what happened after that. When he debuted, NXT champion, took out John Cena, all that stuff, that was huge. And he only spent 3-4 months there.
About 6 months, yeah, but I feel you. I know what you're
Whoa,
saying.
what the hell was that? Did you see that animal attack OK Fabe?
What? What are you talking about?
No, I missed it, man.
Dude, you didn't see that? Some freaking white beast just jumped. What was that?
No idea what you're talking about.
Dude, I swear. I'm not. Am I seeing? No, I'm sorry. Am I seeing things? I swear to God, some animal just scratched at his jug. You sure?
It's alien.
You're all right, Ray? You need to take a nap or something, or?
I swear. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. I swear. Just.
Big Ray Mulder.
Playback.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, we're gonna make I'm gonna do that in slow motion. I swear when I edit this, it's gonna happen.
No, but anyway, so my point is that even though if he goes to NXT or whatever, yeah, that one night only thing could be cool. But even if not, it can make his impact on the main roster, better. So I don't see a problem with it.
You make a good point, OK Fabe. And now,
OK Fabe, you mean Fame Black?
They got the same hairstyle. I got confused. What do you want me to tell you?
I respect that.
All right, Fame Black. You
Whatever, I
make a
don't
good
care.
All right.
You're so cool.
All right, so if you like pro wrestling, you're not going to like this opinion. What's up, Professor, man? Tell me,
boy.
Give me your thoughts on this. I mean, I've heard your thoughts on it. Quite frankly, I don't want to hear them again. But for the sake of the Slamites, if you want to go ahead and give it, go right ahead. I'll just cover my ears.
The Slamites must learn why Shinske Nakamura belongs in NXT, at least for the short term. It's a coup for the WWE to put Shinske Nakamura on the NXT roster. It just makes the NXT roster even that much better. You have Nakamura, you have Austin Aries coming in, you have those takeover matches in Dallas coming in. And you know what? with Hideo Itami on the mend for I don't know how long, but you still need that Asian import. So you know what? Let Nakamura rule the NXT circle for the next 3 months, which I know A-Track won't like. I do agree with Fame and OK Fame saying, you know what, the night after WrestleMania, that'd be a great showing. But you know what? Let him build some traction. Let him have matches with Apollo Crews. Let him have matches with Finn Balor. Let him have matches with Baron Corbin. Come on, guys. That's why NXT is so good. Let him have those King of Strong style matches, and then by the time he can come onto the main roster and maybe challenge, let's say John Cena in the U.S. Open, challenge anybody, or maybe challenge, let's see, who, anybody. I don't care.
The Big Show.
There you go, the Big Show. Let Nakamura and Big Show. That would just tear the house down. But you know what? Give Nakamura some room to grow in NXT. Let him become that King of Strong entertainment style, right, A-Track? Go ahead.
A-Track looks so angry.
I can see the steam coming out of his ears. Like, I don't even know how that's possible, but man, is he mad.
That's just smoke.
He is smiling. He is smiling because he's
no, yeah.
That's from what's behind him.
You have a different definition of smile.
No, seriously, like, what's up with A-Track? A-Track, you okay?
No, man. I'm pretty far from okay.
Babe.
I think me and Billy Ray gonna call a couple of hard pipe hitting homies and go to work on the professor there.
Wait, what are you talking about? Pipes?
Pipes.
Where are we going? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Professor, you make some good points about having matches with Apollo Crews and whatnot, and I guess seeing a match between Nakamura and Finn Balor wouldn't be so bad. But at the end of the day, the man belongs on the main roster. The man belongs with the title around his waist. Take him to the main roster. Have him beat Triple H. Let him be the champion. Have him fight Triple H again, and then he can make Triple H submit, and then they can keep the feud going with Triple H, where he can make Triple H into a bloody mess, and then at some point, Bombaye knee Stephanie McMahon. And even take Vince McMahon and give him a DDT, and then can have another match with Triple H in a Hell in a Cell, where he throws Triple H off the cage. That alone will have people buying King of Strong style, strong entertainment style shirts like crazy.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. A live match with him and Triple H. That way, when he buries Triple H in a casket style.
Listen, guys, I'm so sorry. What the hell is Muhammad Ali versus what's the guy that sold the grills in Africa have
George
to do with this? George Foreman.
The grills in Africa.
The Rumble in the Jungle.
What was it? Ali Boumbaye? What the hell are you talking about?
That's Boumbaye knee. That's what it's called.
I must excuse Big Ray.
Why?
He's not familiar. Listen, just forgive me.
That's what I thought you said. I'm like, what does this have to do with? I said the guy that sold grills.
What are you talking
in
about?
Africa.
All right, listen,
in Africa, he's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Let me give you my thoughts on this, and then we're moving on.
From the grill.
My biggest issue with this, right, and it also goes along with AJ Styles. I'm very happy AJ Styles debuted on the main roster. Very happy to see that. But what they're saying, what the commentators are saying, they're giving him props for being the IWGP champion. They're giving him props for holding a belt that Brock Lesnar held, and they're giving him props for being the hottest free agent. But they're also
shout out to JBL for that. I just want to say.
But they're also saying that anything that happens outside of the WWE doesn't matter, and the guy has to prove himself all over again. Like, he has to start from the bottom, and that nothing that he did matters. And it's kind of the same way with Shinske Nakamura. The way I look at it, if they're putting him on NXT, they're devaluing what he did overseas. I remember when Ric Flair came into the WWE, he walked in with that NWA WCW title, whatever it was, the NWA title at the time. He walked in with, it was the NWA title, right? Or am I?
Yeah, NWA title at the time.
He walked in with that thing to the main roster. He was the man, and he was respected as the man.
The real world champion.
Exactly, and everybody knew him as such. When the Road Warriors came in, they came in with that repertoire. They were the killers. They had the tag team titles all over the world. The Dudleys did it. All these people have done it. And I feel like we're getting away from that and not giving Shinske Nakamura his due. He's the
Listen,
IWGP
listen.
Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion. He should be respected as such. And don't give me the thing that NXT is a totally separate brand, and we should look at it that way. Yeah, all right, it's a totally second brand, the farm system, all right? It's number 2. It's number 2. It's not number 1. Everybody wants to go to the main roster and make some
It
money.
just so happens to be better than Raw.
I agree. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, if you want to make Raw better, bring the greatest in the world to Raw.
That's
Shinske
right.
Nakamura, and book him properly. What did you want to say, Fame Black? Do I want to hear this?
Oh, absolutely not.
Probably
Listen,
not.
Billy, listen here, Billy Ray.
All right, brother.
Look, all that little stuff, Intercontinental, that's all very cute. It's all
Oh,
very cute.
stop.
But this is the big time. This is the WWE, son. This is where you got to start from. I don't care where you came from. Down to Florida.
If
And you're lucky, your little boy with the gloves made it through.
Whoa.
all the Fame Black.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Whoa.
All the Fame Black hate, comment below, okay? If you because it's
Please.
coming. It's coming. Just comment below.
Professor.
Oh, you feel that heat?
Can
Oh, you
I
feel that
interject?
heat?
Jeez.
Can
Hey,
I
go ahead, Professor.
interject, guys? I'll just be quick. It'll only take me about 20 seconds. But your whole argument, Billy Ray, comparing like Ric Flair and Road Wars is called brand awareness. Everybody knew NWA. Everybody knew WCW in America. Not a lot of the casual fans still know New Japan.
Dude, I'm
Not a lot
cutting
of
you off.
casual
I'm
wait,
cutting
wait.
you off.
Not a-
No,
not a
no,
lot
no,
of
no,
casual
no, 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 yo.
Let me get him.
And so
Let me get him.
what Fame Black is saying, which is funny in one way, is actually true. The casual WWE Mark fan do not know the history of Nakamura, do not know the history of AJ
No.
Styles.
No,
I'm
A-Track.
sorry to tell you this. You
No,
are
A-Track.
hardcore fans.
Fall
You
back.
A-Track, you Billy
back.
Ray, you OK Fabe, you Big Ray. You got the show. Even Fame Black, you are hardcore
Billy
fan.
Ray.
I'm a
Hold back.
hardcore fan.
Wait. Can I hit it and quit it? Can I hit it and quit it?
You can hit it and quit it.
Hit
Can I
it.
and quit
Hit it and
Whoa,
quit it.
what's going on here before you start? I don't want no parts of this.
I don't want to see
Okay.
this either.
Can I-
Play
can I hit
safe.
it?
Play safe.
Go ahead.
Why don't you run a double?
Yo,
I'm going
A-Track,
I'm going to my
can you count
happy
it off?
place.
K-Track?
I'm counting off. I'm counting off. You ready? Ready?
Yeah.
I'm counting off. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's done. Check this out, man. Listen.
What
Obviously,
did I miss?
Obviously, the professor didn't watch the Royal Rumble talking about brand awareness. Did you see the pop that AJ Styles got? Where has he been for the past?
Where were they?
Hold on.
Where were they? They were
Where
in
has
Orlando.
he
That was
been for-
TNA country.
Yo, you talking
Oh,
about-
It doesn't matter. Time out.
Hold on. Let me finish my thought.
Oh, that does matter.
Let me finish my thought. Where has he been for the past 2 years? New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's where he's been. He came out, everybody went nuts. Nuts. Don't talk to me about brand awareness. Your argument is null and void. You're done. You're buried like Ben Hameen would do. Like, threw bombs at you. You're done. It's a wrap.
For sure,
That face
Lord.
like-
Speaking of brand awareness, does anybody want anything off my George Foreman grill? I'm making some
Yeah,
burgers.
hey, what are you making?
Yeah, what you got over
I
there?
need burgers.
Well, I got that burger stuffer, so I can put all sorts of crap in there.
Yo,
too.
dude, let me
So,
ask you a question.
You got those 30 poppers?
Yep.
Just really quickly,
Yes.
I just want to address something with OK Fabe, and I'm going to make this between me and you. You have this stupid little invisible guy that keeps coming into my apartment. And I thought after
Alright.
the TNA report that I did for you, he would stop coming in my apartment, but he was looking at my junk while I was sleeping the other night. What the hell is his problem?
Invisible guy.
He
is a
first
part-
off he's very visible. Second, he's got some issues that we're working on.
looking at his junk.
Looking.
I can't control that person. I mean, come on now.
I'm putting him in the hospital.
All right, any closing
Again.
thoughts, Nakamura?
Go for it.
No?
I have a quick closing thought
All right, give me
That-
this. I'm gonna wrap. Go ahead.
that can segue into the next portion of this.
Okay.
People who say that Shinske Nakamura is not gonna, he's not like Fame Black is basically basically saying that he's not in the big leagues, even though Japan is probably one of the biggest countries in the world, and Japanese wrestling is almost, if not more popular than
Sold
wrestling
out the
here
Tokyo
in
Dome,
the
70,000 strong.
absolutely United States. I would beg to differ with that.
2 years in a row.
But then you have to look at the guy like Austin Aries, who wasn't even in Japan, and talking about awareness of professional wrestling fans. Austin Aries wrestled the last 10, 15 years in TNA, in ROH. He didn't wrestle in Japan. He was basically an indie superstar. indie superstar, and you did you see the pop that he got on NXT?
Yeah, where was
Shinske
it? That's
Nakamura.
what I'm trying to say.
The greatest man who ever lived.
Double A. I think
Okay.
I think the problem. I don't want to go too much long. I know this is kind of going on long, but I want to say it quickly. I think the biggest problem that a lot of people think is that when you think NXT, whether or not you make the argument that it's a developmental or a separate brand, you automatically think it's a demotion. You automatically think it's down there because it's not the main roster, and that's the problem. Is I think that
main roster.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Everyone thinks that oh, they're not in WWE, they're in NXT.
We're doing this again. I'm sorry.
Have you looked at the logo? It's got the WB logo right smack in the middle. It's still WWE.
Yeah.
So no matter what, they're still part of the company. But I think automatically they give, I don't think it's a matter of Nakamura is not worthy enough to be on the main roster. I don't think that's it at all. I think it's that they're there for a certain reason, whether it be to get them used to the style, get them used to the way they do things, get them accumulated to the way they produce their wrestling programming. Whether it be promos, in-ring, whatever it is, I think that's the reason that some are sent down to NXT versus the main roster. I don't think it's a thing of, he's not a good wrestler. I just think that there are other facets behind it that they don't completely get as far as the way WWE does things.
I get
Question.
you. I get you. All right.
Question.
This is it. This is your last thought. And we're moving on.
Is Nakamura big money?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think so.
So he should be making the big money on the main roster, not little money on NXT.
He's making
He
no.
took He took that money. He signed for that money.
He be making more.
You guys are
on
wrong.
the main
He's
roster.
time out. He's making very good money
That's what
in
I'm saying.
NXT.
He signed for that money.
I can't talk about what he's making here, but I know for a fact he's making main roster money on NXT.
And we don't know how long.
On the main roster?
I'm
we
sorry.
don't know how long.
By definition of being on the main roster, I mean.
What about the main roster? NXT is a division of the main roster. NXT is the 7-Up of sodas. Remember that old commercial in the 80s? Haha, never had it, never will. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
WWE's Coca-Cola, it's Pepsi-Cola.
Make 7 up yours.
NXT.
Well, it was a good slogan.
You know what? I'm done.
Okay.
Can I just say
No,
one
we're
thing quickly?
done.
We're done. Austin Aries.
It's gonna take 5
moving on,
seconds. It's gonna
moving
take
on.
5 seconds.
Austin Aries.
Hey, do you agree? Do you agree?
Is he there now?
Thank you very much. He agrees. Go
What the
on.
hell is he doing over there? Okay, Fabe.
He moved to Bombay for a second. Thank you.
What the?
I already read. You're
I saw him
outvoted.
15 minutes ago. That's impressive. Go ahead.
I'm not even going to comment on this.
Jumps
Okay.
at the speed of light.
So, all right, let's talk about TNA real quick. All right, since we had Austin Aries and the man AJ Styles. They had a long, illustrious career over at TNA. Let's talk about it. First off, I think TNA's been a lot better. I love Matt
Hell
Hardy.
yeah.
Matt Hardy's great, and
Money.
his wife is gorgeous and
Delicious.
Viewership,
Oh.
it's an
Viewership is
awesome
up.
thing. It's an awesome thing that's going on over there. I hope they keep it up. But let's talk about this. There's a big controversy going on, right? Because apparently they were dealing with AJ Styles. They were dealing with Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, trying to get them to come over to TNA. And just like kayfabe is moving off the screen, they moved away from TNA and signed with the WWE. And then TNA decided that they would release this and tell everybody about it. And a lot of people took it the wrong way, saying that it was a bad move for TNA. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I want to hear what the panel thinks. Big Ray, start off with you.
Okay, first and foremost, TNA has a problem with airing dirty laundry. This is not the first time they've done this. And when you're trying to put yourself over, and I'm a TNA fan, but when you're trying to put yourself over as a Class A organization, you don't do that. You do not do that. You don't post a giant picture of AJ Styles on your website stating that, blah, 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 contract negotiations. What I would have done if I was TNA's, I would have let him come out at the Rumble, allow social media to blow up, and then put it out. You don't do it before the Rumble. What were they thinking? Were they thinking they were going to stop him from coming out in the Rumble? Really? You think you think you're going to stop the WWE from debuting any talent? I'm sure WWE has a ton of hush money. Now, from what I understand, speaking to Nick Hausman, the guys over there at WrestleZone, there's a difference between signing a hard contract and a promissory note, basically. if I forgot what it's called exactly, but it's like a pre-draft long form contract, and apparently was signed by AJ Styles and the guys at the Bullet Club. And by the way, and I want to make this really clear. I want you guys to really hear what I'm saying here. If Total Nonstop Action, Impact Wrestling negotiated with two guys, and Luke Gallows and Festus, Luke Gallows and what's this guy's Machine Gun Carl Anderson,
the great Power Uti.
While listen, while they were under contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling, then TNA just shot themselves in the foot. Let it go, let it lie. Do what you did. Congratulate AJ Styles. He deserves it. Don't do what you did to AJ Styles. I'm a big TNA fan. I love Dixie Carter. Mwah, you're sweet. I'd make out with you. Anyway, the fact of the matter is this, Dixie Carter. You need to let it go. You had your opportunity to keep AJ Styles, and what'd you do? That's what you did to AJ Styles, okay? You let go of your franchise player. Oh, you know what? I gotta step away for a minute.
All right. Does anybody disagree? Does anybody agree with what Big Gray just said? Please raise your hand. Who agrees with that?
I agree with like maybe 15 to 20%.
I said raise your hand. I didn't say talk. If this was the game of Simon Says, you would have lost. Okay, so Fame Black, you disagree? Did I not see your hand?
Yeah, you didn't see my hand.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
so I'm gonna save you for later, Fame. I just wanted to know who agreed. I want to get all the people that are of that mind frame out of the way. Okay. You're half and half. Professor?
I agree with what Ray said. I mean,
all right, tell us something.
It's not good business practice. That's all I can say.
All right, that's it? Tell me something more.
No, I mean, TNA, they did as a company that they should do. If they were aggressive in trying to re-sign talent and try to re-sign AJ Styles, the originals for the TNA fans, the hardcore fans, that's a good move for them. But you know what? If AJ was under contract with New Japan, if Gallows and Carl Anderson were still under contract with New Japan, that's called tampering. You can't do that. So you know what? TNA shot themselves in the foot. You can't do that kind of business. And if you do that kind of business, you don't shout it out on social media, which Dixie Carter loves to do, which makes no sense. But right. I applaud TNA for the effort to try to get new talent or re-sign the old talent again. But you know what? WWE got more money. So that was it.
Okay. Fabe, you want to tell us something, brother?
I wouldn't have said the statement at all. Okay. I don't understand. The big thing to me is, and like Ray, I'm a TNA fan. I don't understand what the point of it was. Let's assume that, let's assume that the New Japan thing, the shooting in the foot, that's regardless. We already pretty much assumed that the time that TNA made the statement that AJ had signed. I mean, let's realistically say, okay, he pretty much signed at that point. Mm-hmm. If they never made the statement, what would have changed? Nothing. Nothing would have changed. I don't understand why TNA needed to make this statement about AJ Styles when AJ knew, when most of us knew, including them probably, that AJ was long, not even going to be anywhere close. Maybe the negotiations were true, maybe that was the case, but at the end of the day, hey, guess what? They fell through. If they wanted to make a statement about it, maybe if they were conducting during an interview or some business or like that, they may have brought it up later down the road. Like, hey, have you thought about maybe signing some of the old school talent? Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, we did try to say an AJ Styles and blah, blah, blah. But I don't understand why the timing of this, why they needed to state that. It's not like they were like provoked all the time to say like, why did you sign AJ Styles? It was just a statement they made because of the calamity that he was making, the calamity that, AJ Styles was signing with WWE. I would have never made the statement whatsoever. And just kept us about it. All
right. So, I mean, do you guys, you want me to go, or does anybody is blowing up out of their chair to talk right now?
Yeah. I want to say that here's the thing. You got to put into consideration the whole Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson thing. I mean, if you were doing that and legally you're not supposed to, but you're pretty much snitching on yourself, then that's kind of stupid. But at the end of the day,
can I speak on that for a second? Like, first off, we don't even know. We're just speculating.
That's why I said if.
Yeah. I'm not talking to you about your statement in general. Just that everybody says, they shot themselves in the foot. We have no idea what the contract in New Japan was, or even the laws in Japan. I have no idea if it's different over there than it is over here. So, I mean, that's all speculation about TNA shooting themselves in the foot right now. Let me just put that out there. Go ahead, finish up.
But here's the thing: if Ray says that there was some type of contract signed, I don't know the legal ramifications of signing such a contract and then reneging on it. So I'm not fit to say if they have a dog in this fight or what. But I will say this: if I invite you to my house and you sign a contract and you pretty much let me know that you're going to do this, even if you're doing it as leverage against the WWE, within you doing this to have leverage on the WWE to get more money, you sign some sort of agreement. So even if I could do nothing or if I have no wins, I have every right to let people know what happened, especially the people who are in the know. Because at the end of the day, the dirt sheets were going to say this no matter what. So why not beat them to the punch? And at the end of, and also, no matter what side we're on, this is still just their side of the story.
Yeah. All right, check it. Ray, give me just 1 second. I know you're blowing up. Fame Black. What do you have to say about this situation real quick?
Listen, TNA is, just came back from serious heart attack. All right, they were on the verge of death for a while now. Now, I will say, because I've said it on the shows before, I've enjoyed TNA for the past 2 weeks. All right, but they're still the smallest dogs in the fight, man. They're still, it could all crumble. It could all go crumbling down at any moment. Yeah. All right, so. They took a page out of they might have speculated. They took a page out of my man Tom Brady from the Patriots and started cheating. Sometimes you gotta cheat to win. Get the Bullet Club before the WWE. Do what you gotta do. Get AJ Styles before he becomes the hottest free agent in the WWE. Too late. And, but they tried. They tried it. Can't blame them for trying. You gotta do whatever you gotta do.
Let me give my perspective.
They didn't get AJ Styles, but they got a miracle. That's all.
Let me give my perspective, and then we'll go to Big Ray, who looked like he was gonna explode a second there. Listen, I'm the first one to criticize TNA. When this story broke, after you, so I'm the second. When this story broke, I called A-Track Brown immediately, and we talked about it. And the first thing I told him is I would have done the exact same thing. Being TNA, I would have done the exact same thing. You want to know why? Because TNA fans expect this company to put up. And TNA fans wanted AJ Styles back. And I think the reason why they released this, quote-unquote, dirty laundry, is because they wanted to let their fans know that they tried. They were like, listen, we offered them contracts. We wanted to bring them here. It was almost a done deal. Didn't work out. We apologize. And you know what? I respect TNA for that. And it made me want to watch the product after that. Because I was like, you know what? At least they're really trying. They're really trying. They threw money at these guys. Okay, so they tried to rectify the error of letting AJ Styles go.
No.
And that's why I did not have an issue with it. Go ahead, Ray. Tell me what's
I'm about to blow up because they didn't try. You know why they didn't try? Because Dixie Carter, from what I understand, fully understood that she could not negotiate with these talents one-on-one without their legal representation. If the legal representation, I forgot the gentleman's name right now because I'm drawing a blank, was not there present, then all negotiations were null and void. AJ Styles is not stupid, okay? Again, I love TNA, but I have a little anger towards TNA because what they did to AJ Styles, in my opinion, absolutely sucked. Okay, AJ Styles should have been the franchise player of that game. When he walked out of that not that game, but that organization. When AJ Styles walked out, okay, and took that title basically to Japan, they should have freaking paid him the money, okay, to have him as that star. Now, what AJ Styles did, it was absolutely leverage, and it was a to freaking TNA. I'm gonna say it again, to TNA, because TNA mistreated AJ Styles. The guy, listen, this is the guy that you built your franchise on. You don't do that. You don't do that to your franchise player. It's basically what the New York Yankees did to Reggie Jackson when Reggie Jackson was basically running the entire organization. He was the man. And they shipped him to the Angels for freaking a bag of balls and some pine tar. Are you ridiculous? Are you serious? Let me tell you something. AJ Styles. No, hold on.
AJ Brown has to go.
I understand that.
I want to say goodbye to A-Track Brown.
Where's he going?
He has to go to work, brother.
So then we're gonna have to cut this off and we're gonna have to continue.
No. All he has to do is hang up and we'll be good.
No, he doesn't, because then I have to edit that out. So we're gonna say goodbye to A-Track Brown. Everybody, goodbye, A-Track Brown. We love you. And guys, we'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right, so now A-Track Brown is gone. Thank God, he's gone. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, again with TNA and with what they did with AJ Styles, AJ Styles I think was in total right to utilize TNA for leverage because of what they did to him. And Billy Ray Valentine, I'm gonna tell you something. Dixie Carter as Southern Belle and whatever kind of character she plays, she's an intelligent business woman. Okay, the Panda Energy is not just some fly by night freaking company. Okay, they're McDonald's, they're Burger King, they're freaking Citgo. They are legit. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, allegedly, they knew that without the legal representation there, and again, you're right, Billy Ray. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you with this. All they wanted to do was say, we tried. Did they? Did they really? They should have tried 5 years ago.
All right, let's just remember one thing, and then we'll go to Fabe. You got something to say, brother? Did you have something to say? Not right now. Let me just say one thing.
Okay.
I just look like you had something to say. And I
That's hilarious.
Listen. So
It doesn't matter what you have to say.
Let's remember. I mean that Hernandez was in this company, Supermax, and he wasn't supposed to be. He came out on camera, the whole deal. Okay, and the legal team, somebody in TNA's legal team dropped the ball, and they had to edit everything out. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could have gotten some bad advice, and that's why the actual representation was not there. There's evidence in the past to prove that point. Hashtag Supermax, okay? Go ahead.
That's good.
I mean,
That's good.
I completely agree with everything that Ray said.
Mm-hmm.
The AJ situation is one that's really kind of a hot button for me, particularly the way he left. He was your world and just the whole way of how everything fell through on that end. So to come back and then to pull that one around again, I completely agree. And the sad thing is that sometimes, we've heard. Again, I'm a TNA fan, love the product. But sometimes there are those things that happen where you just kind of scratch your head. One of the ones I was just reading recently was, you guys are probably familiar, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Feast or Fired concept.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So apparently they did that.
Horrible concept, by the way.
I actually think it's pretty...
Hashtag give Grado a chance.
I had to say it. So,
I'll be right back. I gotta bust my TV when he said that.
The thing with it is, though, apparently when Chavo Guerrero got it a couple years ago, that was legit. They literally told him, like, after they went off the air, you're leaving, right? And they actually used it as a means to actually let him go.
That's horrible.
And he was caught off guard.
That's bad business.
It is, and it stinks to say that, but you hear like you see these great matches, awesome talent coming through TNA, and then things like that just really kind of make you go like, really. So I completely agree with everything.
And that's why I understand why guys like Fame Black who are more WWE fans, are tentative to fully invest in the product. Again, I'm a big TNA fan. I've been following them since the Asylum years, all the way back in the day. I mean, really, man, it's just too much, and it's
a bummer. It's a bummer.
I'm such a big fan of AJ Styles and everything. Whenever you have a guy that basically gave his entire life, because again, we interviewed him 10 months ago. I actually retweeted it over here at the Can-Am Wrestling Show when we did at OneWrestling.com. Yo, AJ Styles is a freaking good dude. He's a family guy. He's a man of his word. The guy came on to a freaking independent website. He's one of the biggest names of professional wrestling. He came on to OneWrestling.com. Not to say anything, OneWrestling.com is amazing, but it's not freaking WWE.com. Let's be real. Okay, he came on with us for an hour and a freaking half and talked about everything. That shows me the type of guy that he is, and the son of a gun is still in contact with me. Let's be real, man. I mean, this is a good guy, a legit guy, a man who really cares about his family, a guy who's put in so much work. It just got me so sick. I'm really, like, legit sick to see that TNA try to pull this garbage. I'm very, very upset at TNA right now.
Well, for once, you're upset at TNA and I'm not. So, hey, everything goes in cycles. I think I would have done the exact same thing.
I'm totally on that side about
and
this.
I understand your points. I understand Kayfabe's points, very good points. I understand Ray's points. I get it. but being in, I think Fame and I are vibing on the same wavelength. Being on with your back against the wall, you know, being number 2, they have to show that they were trying to make an effort. I believe they were trying to make an effort. Big Ray does not. OK Fab apparently does not. I believe they were trying to make an effort. You know,
I think it was Cody Rhodes smoking mirrors, homeboy.
It's not that I don't think they made an effort. It's not that I don't think they didn't make the effort. It's the fact of I don't understand why they needed to publicize something that fell through at this time.
Right.
And I absolutely do at this time. I absolutely understand why they would do it.
Why?
Especially at this time.
Why?
Because AJ Styles is hot at this time.
So do it after he comes out of the Rumble.
Get traffic to your website at this time.
Do it after he comes out of the Rumble.
What's the difference?
It is a big difference.
You already debuted. Everybody knew that it was going down.
No. Not everybody knew he was coming out the Rumble.
WWE.com.
Listen to me.
Oh, they didn't sign a contract. Nobody knows where they're going.
Time
they
out.
were on WWE.com.
On WWE.com.
Understandable. But if everybody knew he was coming out at the Rumble, my friend, then I don't think he would have got the legit pop that he got that night live at the Rumble, because even I freaking popped.
He had signed to the WWE.
Okay.
Everybody knew that.
I understand.
That's what I understand.
So then you wait till after the freaking Royal Rumble. Why are you gonna?
What's the difference?
Because what they're doing is they're trying to suck the spotlight. You know what they're trying to do?
That's the point.
You know what they're trying to do? No. You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to stick it to AJ. They try because
maybe.
This is
okay. Right. Well, if that's the case, you can't stick it to him after the Rumble. You see, after the pop he got, after you realize he's going to be successful in the biggest wrestling promotion on the planet.
Let me explain what happened.
We almost had you.
What basically happened was AJ Styles. This is what TNA's thought process was allegedly regarding AJ Styles. They thought if they threw a wrench in the plans of the WWE, then maybe they would question bringing him out into the Royal Rumble, which would have stole that moment from AJ Styles. All right, this is the reason why they did it. They could have waited till after the Rumble to do this, but no, I think they wanted to give him one more little jab, one more. You know what? WWE is not stupid. Okay, WWE has been around since the 1940s. All right, 40s or 50s? 50s. 1950s. All right. This organization has been run well for many, many decades. They're not stupid. All right, TNA. Sometimes I love you, but sometimes you're just stupid.
Bless Dixie Carter's heart for thinking that Vince would give a shit.
That's okay. That's fine.
But just the thought of like, hey, oh man, Vince, yo, Dixie just put out that AJ Styles is about to sign to TNA.
Oh, who's Dixie? Who's Dixie? Oh, she must have been some chick that kissed my ass back in the day.
And then he's gonna go up to AJ Styles. You almost signed with TNA? Yeah, almost. Get out there. You're number 3.
But you know what, guys?
You made the right decision.
You know, guys, at the end of the day, TNA in their position is like the jilted lover. You don't know what you have until it's gone. So they never valued AJ Styles, even with the years that he was there. They never really looked at him as a franchise player. The fans did, but they never did. And you see the results. He left. Samoa Joe left. Your cornerstones left, and they're doing better business right now.
And if you want to hear more of the...
And TNA's in desperate mode because they're on their 3rd network in 2 years, so they have to put any thunder to themselves to do this. On their end, they're saying, we tried this for our hardcore fans. We tried this for our TNA fans. But you know what? The truth is, you know what? We got one over on AJ, and we'll do whatever we can do.
And if you want to hear more of the professor's perspective, which I agree with 1,000%. Go to the.
How do you agree with?
Because what he's saying is 100% right. He's
a walking contradiction.
You shut your mouth. If you want to hear more of the professor's perspective, go to subscribe to the PW Hustle YouTube channel.
All right, check this out, guys. I tried to make this show 30 minutes. Not happening, right? Didn't happen. We got 5 minutes. I want to talk about potential opponents for The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Who?
Since it looks murky, it looks cloudy.
What about AJ Styles? We're not talking AJ Styles?
All right, hey, go, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, are we? I just want. I mean, are we gonna touch base on AJ Styles? Freaking, you know, his amazing pop. I mean, I guess we kind of touched base on it that he actually finally hit the because you mentioned something to me. you mentioned something regarding AJ Styles and his finisher, the Styles Clash, and how he put it on Curtis Axel, and Curtis Axel, it looked like a baby trying
he was engulfing him.
trying to hit that on me. Yeah. I am a proponent. I love AJ Styles Clash, and I know a lot of people don't like it. People say, "Oh, he's just dropping it on his stomach." I mean, no, really. Let's be real. If you grab somebody and put all your body weight and drop them face first onto the ground, flip them over, I'm sure you could pin them for 1, 2, 3. Let's be real. But I think his finish should be either one of two moves. I want to see if you guys agree with me. Either he finishes you off with the Pele kick, have it come out of nowhere, or like the RKO, or he can use that springboard flying forearm / clothesline. That's what I think he should do. The Styles Clash, I don't know if he should be doing that in WWE, man. Those guys look so huge. Yo, Chris Jericho looked like freaking Big Show next to him.
Towered over him, I agree. But let's go back to The Undertaker. Good points on that, man. Who do you think should wrestle The Undertaker? Do you think AJ Styles should wrestle The Undertaker, Ray?
AJ Styles?
Yeah, I mean, who do you think should wrestle The Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Honestly, The Undertaker, I always felt that his last match should be one match to finally put somebody over. At the time, I thought Bray Wyatt would have been an amazing person for him to put over as the new face of Fear. All well and good. But I think after watching this Royal Rumble, and I think after having possibly the best year I remember in any wrestling organization, I think Kevin Owens should face The Undertaker, and I think he should beat the freaking Undertaker at WrestleMania. If you want to make a megastar, if you want to make your next super heel, Kevin Owens is the man, dude.
I agree, man. Fame Black, give me something.
Yeah, I spoke on this on the Rumble show. Kevin Owens is that mega heel. He can do things, and it's okay. He could eliminate AJ Styles, and it's like he'll take that heat because he was the only one who could. If Roman Reigns had eliminated AJ Styles, forget Roman Reigns being over. Like, Kevin Owens is the one. Kevin Owens can beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania badly. Keep beating him after the match. Like, send that man into retirement completely, and it's okay.
Absolutely. What do you say? Welcome to the WWE to AJ Styles. And he threw him over the top rope. That was
Bye, AJ.
That was awesome.
AJ.
I really like that. I really like that. Professor, tell me something, man. Who do you think?
You know what, Ray, Fame, Kevin Owens is the man. I can't argue with that. Unless, you know what, I'm sentimental. You can go with Kane.
No.
Shut up.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna close.
Braun Strowman.
Good night, guys.
Okay, Faye, what's up, buddy?
Can't argue with anybody on the panel. If there's one guy that I would want to have Taker face and beat, because I could see it happening, I put money on Owens definitely. He's the one that could pull it off because he has the believability, the credibility, the backup. You
know who's gonna take him out? You know who's gonna end the Undertaker's career?
Who?
Vince McMahon.
Huh?
Vince McMahon himself.
He's gonna go out there and
no. I honestly think it may be Triple H.
Oh, no, don't say that.
No, that's not going to be that.
No?
It's going to be all 4 members of the Social Outcast.
Oh.
Let's put them over.
It's going to be a handicap match versus The Undertaker, 4-on-1.
That would be amazing.
All right, man. That's been this episode of Big Slam Nation. I hope you guys had fun. Stay tuned
It was okay.
for our interview with Alpha Female. Emo Fame Black, say goodbye.
Whatever.
There you go. Okay, Fabe.
Take it easy, everybody.
Professor.
#Horton Alpha Female.
My name is Billy Ray Valentine, and Big Ray is going to run down all the Twitter handles and everything that he does so well. Take it easy, guys. It was a fun show.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, stay tuned. The show is not finished. We're going to go another 40 minutes. Yes, we have an amazing interview, myself and Bill Schuyler, with the amazing, the incomparable, the international wrestling superstar, Alpha Female. Follow on Twitter at Alpha Female1, and also on Instagram at German Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us here anywhere on social media. Follow us find us on Facebook at One Wrestling. Find us on Instagram. Find us everywhere. Find us on Twitter at One Wrestling. Find me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Find the professor at PROFPW Hustle. Find Fame Black on Twitter at Fame Black. OKFabe at OKFabe. That's OKAYFABE. Of course, Billy Ray Valentine. Follow him on Twitter at Billy Ray Hustle. You got the show, Bill Schuyler. Follow him on Twitter at You Got the Show. And of course, 8-Track Brown. Follow him on Twitter at The Pharaoh Fancy. And of course, the guru, the main man with the master plan, the guy that runs this joint. We're talking about the legendary Bill Apter. Follow him on Twitter at Apter1Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of Big Slam Nation. Now enjoy this amazing interview. And Professor 8-Track Brown, you may have a shot at this German wonder alpha female. Apparently, she needs a green card.
She's gonna be Professor Alpha Female.
Professor
because
Alpha.
Fame Black's not single and pretty.
Well, I mean, you know what?
So what?
I heard you were quite the tripod. Ladies and gentlemen, I say this every single week. We do. I would do this for a living, but if I can, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for part 2 of Big Slam Nation Alpha Female.
That's disgusting.
Oh, shut up. Shinske! Ladies and gentlemen, I am Big Ray, and it is my pleasure to introduce a phenomenal guest. Yes, we have a very intimidating guest. One of the most, well, you know what? Let me introduce my co-host first here, and I'm going to let Bill Schuyler do the little introduction we have here at OneWrestling.com. This is Bill Schuyler. This is our very first guest here on Big Slam Nation 2016. I'm really excited. Bill Apter is very excited to have our guest. Again, Bill Schuyler, it's all yours, buddy.
All right. Our guest is hailing from Berlin, Germany. She stands at 6'1", 222 pounds, and this veteran is just 33 years old and has conquered pretty much most of the planet in professional wrestling. One of the greatest female stars in the business today. Alpha Female, welcome to the Big Slam Nation.
Welcome, hello, guten Tag. Thank you for having me. But you already made me angry. Why did you have to tell my age? Come on.
Because you're so young.
Yeah, but 25 forever. Everybody knows that.
Damn right.
There we go.
But yeah, yes. Other than that, it was perfect.
Fantastic.
Speechless already? I didn't even start.
No problem. Gonna hit you with some questions, and we're gonna see what we can do. Now we have the top 4 women's champions throughout the world right now, and WWE's Divas champion Charlotte Flair, Impact Wrestling's Knockouts champion Gail Kim, NXT champion Bayley, and the World Wonder Ring Stardom champion Santana Garrett. Of these 4 champions, who would you consider the best in this list? Who would you feel that you would have the greatest match with?
Oh, wow, that is a really tough question, and I really like it, but who says who's the best? You know, like I hear that all the time. I'm the best from Europe. I'm the best from that. Who decides who is the best? Is the best the one who makes the most money? Is the best who has the most matches? Is the best who wins the most matches? You know, like winning, you know, it don't really matter in wrestling, right? So I would say it's who makes the most money, and I don't know about the WWE girls, but I can imagine it's Charlotte, you know, so she's the best of all of us, isn't she?
If I may, I don't know how familiar you are with the other females that are in this list right here, but
all of them.
I would love to personally see you in a match with Bayley. I think the storytelling, because Bayley is always that underdog type character, and you being the alpha female, the quote unquote top dog in women's professional wrestling, I think would make not only the most money, the best story, and the best in-ring product. I mean, how do you think that match would go? I mean, she's a submission wrestler. People who don't know you, what kind of wrestler are you?
Well, I'm a really dominant wrestler. I'm like a strong style wrestler. I do technical stuff, and from my early days, I still can do the high flying stuff like head scissors, hurricane runners. But these days, Oh, I don't know why, but many of the girls are really small and they've become really, really good. But like, especially in Germany, for example, then my competition is not so high, so it's always like a squash match. Like I just beat them up, and the people love it. Like they cheer for me, they're behind me. Like the promoter, they book me always as a heel because that's what you guess, right? That there's a big mean girl and she beats all the little girls up. The fans must hate her, but not in my case. The fans love it, and they want me to beat these girls up. So yeah, it's a little bit one-sided, and for me personally, it's a little bit boring. I'm really happy when I get like big girls, just like Jessica Havoc, or my dream match, I guess, would be Awesome Kong or Nia Jax from WWE. So I really like more the big girls.
Yes, that question I had for you was exactly that. Your thoughts on this current wave of lighter women wrestlers, and basically, I feel that there should be more emphasis put on bigger women wrestlers, like you mentioned, Awesome Kong, Lady Tapa, Havoc, Nia Jax. These matches with you would be, 5-star matches, great feuds brought up with these kind of girls, because with these smaller ones, as you said, you dominate so much, and it's like a squash match. Um, do you see a change in that at all? Do you seeing the bigger women stars coming up in the business right now, or do you feel that it's going to stay pretty much at
um,
this level?
to be honest, I do believe that just like WWE or even TNA wrestling, that it's still six cells. Like I don't know if the fans like like the mainstream fans, not like the indie fans. The indie fans, they love the big girls because they know it's not about sex cells. It's not just about you know I don't know if it's PG if I say
Just, just,
TNA
just,
tits
just
and
say it.
ass.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I can understand if you turn on the TV, and then you see like really sexy girls, just like a Paige or the Bella Twins, that the people will stay on the TV. But I'm not so sure if they would still stay if they see like. I'm not saying that I'm ugly or something, but I'm different,
Oh,
But yeah, well, but alpha female, I don't know. Like if people say, "Oh, this is sexy," I think they're crazy because alpha female is a monster, right?
Hold on. I have a question for you,
Sure.
Jazzy, aka Alpha Female. Now, you come across television as a very intimidating woman, or just a person in general.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sitting here with you, and if I may say, now I am an engaged man, and I have a beautiful, beautiful fiance who I'm absolutely in love with, and her name is Jennifer. Mwah, I love you, baby.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. But now, this is my question, if you don't mind answering. Now,
Sure.
sitting here in front of you, you are a very beautiful woman, if I may say, and you have a great personality. Now, I like asking the kind of different questions to the wrestlers. And
Sure.
let's say somebody wanted to ask Alpha Female out on a date. How does a man, how does a normal, how does a normal everyday guy step up to an Alpha Female and say, "I would like to take you out for a drink"? How does that work? And how would a first date go with Alpha Female? If you don't mind answering that question.
Well, like I'm two persons. I'm like Jazzy, what you see right now, and I'm actually a really nice, smart, funny, entertaining woman. But then there's Alpha Female. Alpha Female is a freaking monster, and she's not dating anyone.
Mm.
she's beating people up. And if you, as a man, expect me to be Alpha Female all the time, that's not going to be happen. So I guess that's also a reason why I'm single for that long time, because they assume I'm the alpha female private. They assume that I will beat them up in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, anywhere.
Well, I gotta say, Bill, and I'm gonna pass it over to you. But before I pass it over to you, we do have a guy that's on the Big Slam Nation. His name is 8-Track Brown. That's his gimmick name. His real name is Travis, and also Billy Ray Valentine. I'm not gonna give away his real name, but they are big fans of you, and I believe that if A-Track Brown was standing here, he would ask you out on a date. I mean, should he be intimidated? So what you're saying is that alpha female is not always alpha female. Alpha female is just a fun-loving, very smart, and I could see very, very cool person.
No. Alpha female is the mean one. Jazzy is the fun-loving person.
So when does alpha female come out on a date? Does she come out on a date all the time at first, or is she Jazzy first?
She's Jazzy first, of course, but alpha female comes out when he's not doing the dishes. No, just kidding.
Yes.
No, as soon as my music hits, I become a monster, like my entrance music. And if he's not having it as a ringtone, we will never see her, like in private.
I'm downloading it right now, Bill.
There you go.
But yeah, I don't know. Does anyone want? I don't know. Like men are easily intimidated by strong women. That's just a fact. If I know what I want, I know how. Well, not how to get it, but I know to take steps. For example, if I say, "Hey, I want to lose weight," I do it. I'm not just sitting here. Oh, I want to lose weight, but not doing anything. That's what my friends do. They ask me all the time for fat burners, for example, and then the next day I see him with a Snickers bar. I'm like, "What are you doing?" So, or when I want to go to, I don't know. I wanted to go to Italy, so I just buy a ticket and do it. Like, what? So, I understand people they're scared and everything. But no, I'm not. So I don't know if a boy can handle that. I don't.
Well,
I don't.
I don't think a boy can handle that. It's going to have to be an alpha type male. Am I right, Bill?
Yeah, definitely would have to be a strong man who would not be intimidated, but just be able to take and be just like a power duo.
Be very careful what you're saying, Bill.
Yeah,
But,
I know.
But Bill, you're the older generation. You can easily agree with me that the younger generation, there are people like Justin Bieber or like Justin Timberlake. They're not real men anymore.
Right.
Yes.
There you go. There's no
Where's
men
Arnold
out there.
Schwarzenegger? Where's Sylvester Stallone? Right? Where are these guys?
Hey, we're right here. I'm right here. Hey, how you doing? Anyway, I'm sorry. Bill, your next question, sir?
Yeah, with that growing up, who was your greatest inspiration, your role model as a young Jazzy, a young alpha female that wasn't in the business? Who would be your greatest inspiration when you were growing up in Germany?
Here's the thing, and I hope it don't sounds arrogant or anything. I didn't have any, and that's why I created one. That's why the alpha female was born. I needed someone who is strong, who's confident, who's lifting people up, and who's not gossiping and doing all these negative things. That's how the alpha female is born. That's why I want the alpha female to be, because there was a wrestler, and I'm not sure, I think it was Bret Hart. He told me there's just two ways how you can develop a successful wrestling character. You double or 10 times over the top do your own character. For example, if you're like a funny person and natural, just do it like 10 times bigger and go like that in the ring. Or be the wrestler you want to see in the ring. And I always wanted to see an alpha female in the ring. I wanted to see the strong girl who's not afraid facing obstacles and traveling the world and telling the people, come on, you can do the same. And that's what the alpha female is doing.
I want to ask you a quick follow-up question. Now, alpha female. Let's talk right now. I'm not talking to 33-year-old alpha female. I'm talking to 13-year-old alpha female. Now, this is a teenage alpha female. Now, my question is now me. I'm a big guy. I'm about 6'2". I'm about 2 and change. I do lift a little. I swear, I'm a big. That's why That's why they call me Big Ray. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the question I'm going to ask you is this: bullying. I like asking professional athletes about bullying. Now you being a bigger woman, growing up, I'm sure you were probably the tallest girl in class. Did you ever deal with bullying, and how did you confront bullies? And what is your feeling about bullying, especially not only in this country, but how does it carry over to Europe and Germany, so on and so forth?
I had a really bad childhood. Like, I'm adopted and I came in a really stupid family, so it was a really rough and tough relationship, and we traveled and moved a lot. So I was always a new girl, and I was so shy. Oh my god! And I was so pale, and I was so skinny, and I was very stupid because I just didn't get the world. So I was so late.
I'm gonna interrupt you. Not stupid. You were just a little naive.
No,
There-
stupid.
Okay.
I just didn't get life, and I was so boring to the people that I was even not a part of the outsider team. Like there was this ugly, like fat girls, and everyone hated on them, and I wasn't even a part of them. I was always alone. I was so weird, like seriously. But then I don't know. I found wrestling, and I loved wrestling so much, and that made me even more weird to the normal people because back in the days, no one was really caring about wrestling. They're like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you watching it?" And I always said, since I'm 10 years old, I want to be a wrestler, and everyone was like, "What are you talking about?" And like my teacher, he was like all the time, like bullying me. My teacher, and I was like, "Huh?
Your
Why
teacher.
is he?"
Hold on. Your teacher was bullying you. An adult was
Yes,
bullying you. Now, how did that go? I'm
yes.
sorry.
Okay, maybe you know a little bit of history of Germany. We have like East and West Germany,
Yes, very well.
and I was born in East Germany, and then we moved to Bavaria. But Bavaria and East Germany, they had like a rival going on. Like all these Bavarian people hated the East German people. They say, you're taking our money because now we have to build up the old Germany basically. So they were always teasing me. And they have a different, how you say, slang. Like when you go, for example, Florida or like in California, they have a different slang, right? And it's the same in
Correct.
Germany. The slang is very, very complicated in Bavaria. So the teacher on purpose speaks that I don't understand. Like he's talking to me and talking this weird language and I don't understand. And he's like, yeah, because you're from East Germany, you're a lower class person,
Oh wow.
And I was like, yeah, all the time. Yeah, but like these people right now, like from back in the days from school, they even don't know this is me because I changed so much.
All right. So
Yeah.
it basically helped make you who you are.
I guess, yeah, I guess this, like, I always see, like, I don't have any regrets, or I don't not look back and say, oh my god, it was also bad. No, like, I want to inspire with my story people. Like, if I can make it, and seriously, I had nothing. My parents throw me out of the street when I was 16. I was homeless. So if I can do it, oh, believe me, everyone can do it, especially if you have a mom and a dad who loves you. You can do it. Why not? Just go out there and do it. Whatever you want, not just wrestling, anything.
Yes, I mean that's you are in my opinion um, one of the greatest role models for young women
Shut
uh,
it.
and even men with that because you see what you want, you have your goals, and you take it and you become the alpha female. These events in your life allowed you to form this just terrific wrestling phenomenon known as the alpha female. And you had recently you had a run in TNA Impact Wrestling. Um, what was your opinion? How did you feel in that promotion compared to the European and Japanese promotions that you were part of before this opportunity came to you?
Yeah, like in TNA, everyone was super friendly, super professional. Everyone was really amazing to me. Like I really loved it backstage, and my hero was there, Kurt Angle. He's my absolute hero. I love him.
Yes.
And it was a lot of fun being backstage, and even the girls were really nice. Yeah, everything was really nice over there, and I would have loved to stay much longer there. But I choose Japan over TNA, so I don't know if that was a mistake or not. I don't know, but I enjoyed my time in Japan, and you never know. Maybe one day I can go back to
Alpha female. Listen, back when
TNA.
back when you were doing gut check. I gotta be honest with you,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I cover everything here at OneWrestling.com. But I
Yeah.
actually started covering TNA. That was my main gig, and now OK Fabe, one of our new correspondents, actually covers it. I gotta be honest with you, Alpha Female. I was extremely disappointed when they didn't put you on the roster. I'm sorry. No. Hold on. I'm a very strong person too, so I'm gonna actually take over this conversation, young lady. I
Okay.
was so disappointed that TNA Wrestling did not put this phenomenal, good-looking, smart, charismatic, dangerous woman in the ring so I can see her every single week. Alpha Female. Is there any way that we will see Alpha Female? I don't know if you can talk about this. You can give me a maybe, but I would love to see you on television every single week. I think you would cause havoc. Wait, no pun intended. I think you would cause havoc maybe down. I don't want to see you in the indies anymore. I want to see you on everyday television. TNA, WWE, Global Force Wrestling.
Well, to be honest, like I really believe, like there's of course a lot of things going on in my mind why I never have the super big break, right? But I do believe that one of the main reasons is that I'm so far away from you guys. Like for me, wrestling in America, it's almost impossible because of the visa problem. Like buying a visa for me costs like $10,000 or something. Uh, I was considering getting married with some American guy.
Oh, I got a guy. His name is A-Track Brown.
Okay, let's do it.
And he's big, and he's dark, and he's handsome.
Ooh.
Kind of.
Yeah, but I do believe that this is a big issue that I'm not in America, and I don't know how the other European girls doing this, but I'm afraid going over there and work without a visa because if they catch you, you're banned for like 5 years or something.
Right.
Wow.
So
Well, I mean, you are you had your run in TNA, and it was unfortunately very
But they
short.
came to Europe. Yeah, they came to Europe, so it wasn't even in
Yes.
America. See?
But I feel that there's only one place for the alpha female to conquer and to be part of, and I think there's no question that the WWE, NXT, would take alpha female and allow her to dominate and change this Divas Revolution. You would just completely send it to the stratosphere.
And Bill, I have to say that they are, and I'm not saying this, I'm not putting over the product here at OneWrestling.com, but we do have eyes in the WWE that actually watch this program. So, maybe you can sell yourself a little bit, maybe tell the people why you would be such an amazing asset to WWE after Bill finishes his question. So think about that one.
Yep. I mean, because, I see you being that big star, like a Hulk Hogan, like The Rock, John Cena, but achieving levels this as a woman would be groundbreaking. I mean, obviously Stephanie McMahon and Triple H have a totally different outlook in professional wrestling today than Vince McMahon does. And we know that sooner or later, Vince is going to step down and Steph and Triple H will be running the show. And NXT is that phenomenon right now for competitors, people like you, Jazzy, who I think would be in NXT, just light it on fire and you would dominate. And, you belong in the WWE WrestleMania. I could there's so much talent that you have, so much that you can bring to the WWE and back and forth. And I just think that you've always reached out and grabbed for your goals. Work it out. Come to America.
Bill. All right. So now, alpha female.
Yes.
Why, as American fans, for people who have never seen you before,
Yes.
why would you be an asset to a big company, let's say like WWE or Total Nonstop Action Impact Wrestling? Why would you be an asset?
Tough question.
Well, that's what we do here.
It's always hard to speak about yourself, isn't it? Like putting yourself over. But I do believe that I can bring something to the table. I mean, look, I'm the first European who ever won a Japanese championship. If they see what I have, they booked me like for 2 years, and they would have continued to have me longer there, but I needed a break. But if they see it, and if all the fans see it, I mean, this is what you're telling me. I don't hear the first time, and I do speak also to like old WWE and ECW people, just like Tatanka or Just Incredible, and like a lot of people, and they're telling me, "Girl, you're so awesome. You need to be there." But it actually hurts because all the people telling me, and I don't know what I can do about it. I went to the tryouts 2 times, and like the first time, rest his soul, it was with Drew McDonald. He brought me there, and he said, "Baby, your money in the bank," and he was like, "Man, they will sign you," and I was like all excited, and they after the tryout, he said, "Yes, yes, you killed it," and then nothing happened, right? And then a few years later, it was just last year actually, I had a tryout, and I could do all these exercises, everything they asked for. I was there, I wasn't blown up or anything, because in Japan I trained every day 8 hours. So believe me, I'm fit. I know my stuff.
Okay,
And
can we see the guns, please?
yeah.
Look at that! Look at that, man!
And like even my promo wasn't that bad, and like William Regal and Brookside, they said, "Hey, we like you, we dig you," but I don't know if it's the German thing. I really don't know. And I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that they think, like WWE think, that they think the alpha female is already a product, so they don't know what to do with me because they don't know how to change it. You know?
I'll tell you, Bill.
But
You have a
Yeah.
question. You have a question regarding a manager. If we can skip down a little bit,
Yeah,
I would love you to ask
absolutely.
this question because alpha female. I mean, you say that your English is not that great. I mean, you're coming across not only very charismatic but very clearly. We understand you very well, young lady.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
why don't you
Yeah.
ask that question? Because I would like to I would like to hear her thoughts on possibly being a Bill.
Yes. What are your thoughts when you were a young wrestling fan back in the day? Uh, Managers were all around in professional wrestling, and they kind of went the way of the dinosaur, and they did away with managers, but they're kind of coming back in a different way. And there is a guy out there that I feel would be the perfect fit for the alpha female character because I see you as a Paul Heyman girl. Okay,
Yes,
I think. Could you
exactly.
imagine right now? I mean, you, Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar.
I'm getting goosebumps, by the way.
Me too.
You would you would be Paul Heyman's world champions. Something that I believe has never been done in the WWE before. That being a manager having the World Heavyweight Championship for the men and the women's championship.
Right.
Uh, can you see that for yourself? I mean, the ability, the talent with the Paul Heyman, and how far that would take you. Um, Ray. I mean, what do you
Well,
think? I can't see
Right.
why they're not jumping on this.
before I let Alpha Female answer this question, I just want you to know, Alpha Female, and this is very serious. One of Bill Apter's very close friends is Paul Heyman.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh my gosh, those guys grew up together and they're very, very close. Now, the reason why we're asking you this question is because, yeah, I could see maybe a little bit of a language barrier, so on and so forth. Talking about the visa, I'm sure WWE has enough cash to clear that for you. But regarding you being managed by Paul Heyman, and again, I want the fans here at OneWrestling.com right now to look at Paul Heyman. Picture him on the ramp in front of that big WWE logo on Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar comes out with the WWE World Heavyweight title, and we have the Alpha Female alongside on the left with the Divas Championship, hopefully the Women's Championship, because I'm not a big fan of that butterfly belt.
Yes.
But Alpha Female, I mean, a Paul Heyman gal
Yeah.
Many people have said, oh, this would be a great Paul Heyman gal. This would be a great Paul Heyman gal. You're young, you're talented, you have the look, you have everything. People who haven't seen this young lady work in the ring, go to freaking YouTube. I mean,
Yes.
she has put forth some great matches internationally, alpha female. Now, your thoughts on possibly being managed, let's say, by a Paul Heyman, or if not Paul Heyman, who would you see maybe kind of managing you? It could be somebody who used to manage, or somebody who manages now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, like one of my fans asked me like recently, and I put it on my page that are you Brock Lesnar's sister? And that was so funny. I'm like, wow. And actually, I'm aiming to be the female version of Brock Lesnar. Like, regardless of being ever in WWE, who knows? But like, I'm building up muscles as much as I can at the moment, and I'm training boxing and I'm doing MMA. And I hope, like, this is, of course, I'm not the youngest, even you say I'm the youngest, but I want my MMA match, just like Lady Tapa recently had in Japan.
Yes.
I aim for that too. I train really hard for that dream. And I'm changing my name soon, to be honest. I'm not going to be the alpha female anymore. Yes. It will happen soon. I cannot tell you where because it's a big secret, but it will be awesome. It will be still alpha, but people will not know anymore if she's female or male because she will be something different.
She will be. Go ahead.
Because people always, like TNA, for example, they made this horrible joke that where I was a little angry. They always on the commentary when I was the bodyguard of what was Sabin. It's like, is this a girl or man? What is she? And I was like, I was so angry. I'm like, why are you doing that? You bought me there and you paid me good money and you burying me with saying is she a male or female? Like what? So yeah, I'm changing this and I would change a little bit my look. So bring some new fresh air.
What do we now?
It will be exciting. It will be really awesome. Believe me.
I gotta be honest, and we do follow each other on Twitter, and I actually follow you on Instagram, Alpha Female. What's your Instagram account here again?
German Wrestling.
At German Wrestling.
Yes.
Let me just make sure. Okay, so I do follow you on Instagram. I would assume that you'd follow me too at Big Ray's show, maybe after you get off. But I'll leave you a little comment on one of your last pictures. But there you can see me and my beautiful fiance, my very handsome son. But anyway, my question to you is this: why the hell are you gonna change this phenomenal character? I mean, this is again Alpha Female. Listen, Listen,
better.
Listen, better. All right, hold on, Bill. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take this over.
That's fine.
But I grew up in the wrestling business. I grew up watching my dad come home and put ice all over his body. I mean, my dad used to drive a van from New York to Florida, from Florida to New York, back and forth. I know how it is. And growing up in the wrestling business and being affiliated with Bill Apter and guys like Bill Schuyler and OneWrestling.com, I mean, I know what a good gimmick is. And this gimmick of Alpha Female, I think works. But if you are you gonna?
It seems it doesn't because I'm still not there where I want to be. You know what I mean?
Well, the reason I bought your Instagram account, and everybody, you should go. What is it again? What's your Instagram account, please?
German Wrestling.
At German Wrestling.
German Wrestling.
The reason I go through your pictures, and you have made quite a change in your physique. And I'm saying this with the utmost respect, and I'm being very serious. You look 10 times different, just like Havoc. Havoc is really, really, really changing a lot. I mean, is there a reason why you've decided to kind of go more the fit route? I mean, you're about 6'2", right?
Yes. No, well, yeah, 6 foot. Don't over traumatize it.
You're 6'6"?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I wish. Yeah, no, but like even like what you just said with the pictures, it was necessary, I guess. Like, oh gosh, how can I explain it? When I went to Japan, right, they told me actually that they was kind of disappointed because I wasn't that big monster. But I always thought, yeah, being a big monster, it's good for Japan, I guess. But I don't know if the people understand. Like, wrestling changed so much. It's not kayfabe anymore. Like everyone kind of knows. And if I only play the alpha female, the people maybe, I guess, think that I'm arrogant and crazy, you know. And I wanted to change that. I wanted to show a different side. So that's why I started these sexy pictures, you know, like with the Joker and with the
If I may, I'm just going to show you this
yeah.
picture right here.
Yes.
Alpha
Beautiful.
female. I just like this picture, and I left you a little comment saying, "Follow me." Wait, follow you, lady. Wait, follow me, you lady. Oh my God, I got to redo that. But anyway, give me a follow at Big Ratio if you don't mind.
Okay, I will.
But in all seriousness, there has been quite a change
Yes.
in your physique. How does that improve you in the ring?
Oh, well, it's better to look at, I guess, and the people take me more serious because um, I I don't know. I don't want to bury anyone, but I do believe that the other big girls around. Let's talk about Jessica Gabert, Kong, and Lady Topper. They're big girls, but they're not big as strong big. If this makes any sense,
No, I
like
understand.
I
Right.
want to be muscle big. You know, I want to have muscles all over, and I don't want them to say you're just a fat girl. You know, I'm not saying that the other girls are fat, but it's different to have like just a big mass on your body or being just muscular. You know what
Okay,
I
so
mean?
Yes.
Bill.
So I mean, with that, so you're more in the line of a
I can explain it like that. Look at Big Show, for example, and then look at Brock Lesnar. They're both big guys, but they're different big guys, right? So who you think is
yes.
stronger? Is Brock Lesnar stronger or is a Big Show? Big Show's maybe bigger and taller. I mean, but to be honest, people if they look at Brock Lesnar, they see only muscle, and
Right.
that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming that people see, okay, she's legit, she's just muscle. You
Okay.
know?
I
That
no understandable.
the I could see that going over so big right now because as women's wrestling has literally changed overnight and it's being pushed in a very positive way. They've done away with these models that came in and learned a few holds and were just there to look pretty in the ring.
Mhm.
And now you have women out there like again like a Charlotte Flair, a Sasha Banks.
Mhm.
Um, these girls are doing insane matches that were never done with
Mhm.
women. Having a recent Iron Man match. There's talk of ladder matches coming up soon.
Wow.
Um, things that can make, I mean, their main event at NXT TakeOver was
Mhm.
for the first time ever,
Mhm.
women ran the show. And for the most part, in NXT, the women's division there is the best in the world, is in my opinion, right now. With the uh,
did you ever watch Stardom wrestling?
oh yes, well, see, there's the difference because there we hit Japan and Japanese wrestling.
Hmm.
That strong style completely changes the game, and those women there, if they were to come in, and that's why you have that ability where, all right, they may be a little hesitant in bringing in another Japanese uh, talent right now, like they have Kenta Hideo Itami, just speaking for
Mhm.
WWE, and Nakamura just being signed.
Mhm.
Um, but they have to learn the language a lot more so than someone like
Good point.
yourself.
Good point.
And you, I think, could just literally walk in and just a couple tweaks here and there. Uh, the alpha female or whatever moniker name, gimmick that you would come up with, because I'm sure the WWE, like you said, they were concerned because you had such a huge following under the alpha female, and they weren't quite sure how to handle that. And I think that this year, the year in 2016, is your year.
Yeah.
I can't see how you would not wind up signed by the WWE this year. Internationally, you are it. You are the women's wrestler. Again, this is in my humble opinion. But you have it all. You're
Bill,
sure.
if I may, we're running very, very short on time. And everything that you're saying, Bill, is absolutely true. And you know what? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, Alpha Female. We don't reach out to just anybody, to be honest with you. We reach out to very special talents. And we've been thinking about bringing you on here at OneWrestling.com for quite some time. We had just revamped the website. We're doing different things here, and we're promoting a lot more. And we're actually tied in with I don't know if you've ever heard of WrestleZone, WrestleZone.com. So now One Wrestling. I actually, hey, Alpha Female, if ever, I'm on with Nick Hausman every single Wednesday. It's 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am the mark of the masses. But anyway, my thing is this. My thing is this, guys and gals out there who are fans of female, forget about female, of professional wrestling in general. We have actually one of the brightest stars in professional wrestling, and Bill, you make an amazing point in that Alpha Female has everything that would be good for good television. And for me, I'm old school. See, like I said, I grew up watching my dad wrestle. I grew up watching a whole bunch of people. I love the wrestling, and you're a really great wrestler. So again, we're not here just putting you over, just to put you over because you're nice enough and sweet enough, and you're amazing, by the way. You're not just sweet enough to come on with us, but we wanted you here because we thought that promoting you is not only right, but it is the thing to do because we want to be the first ones to have you on this year before you actually blow up, young lady. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yes, it is. That's why we chose you. We wanted you. You were the star that we saw that, again, that this was going to be your year. And what are your thoughts with that? Are you ready to make that move?
Yes, I am.
To jump into the NXT division
or MMA because the
MMA is quite amazing. If you were to do that, no disrespect to Lady Tapa, but you are a completely different athlete than Tapa. More muscular, more muscles, more fit. Certainly, I'm sure you're lightning fast when it's coming to hooking it up.
Hold on, Bill. Hold on, Alpha. Alpha Female? Why don't you tell us? Like, are you ready? Why are you ready to make this step?
I'm super ready, and you know what? I have 3 absolutely amazing things that will make a lot of noise. Unfortunately, I cannot talk about it, but 2 more months. I have a quiet month, like January and February are super quiet, but that gives me time to build more muscles. But in March, I can present you something really amazing. My little tweak on my gimmick will change. Go on my website, Alpha Female D, and then you will see all about it. But yeah, and end of the year, I already signed. I cannot say sign a contract. In independent wrestling, it's not like you only sign contracts with WWE or TNA, right? But I kind of made a deal with a promotion who has a lot to say in the independent wrestling, and I'm really happy that I can work with them. My fans can be really excited, and hey, social media has so much power. So if I can ask your fans and my fans and all the fans, please tweet the hell out of WWE. Tweet that you want to see me, or wherever you want to see me. Maybe you want to see me at Lucha Underground. That's like my favorite promotion at the moment.
Yes.
Please, people maybe think that these tweets are pointless, but it's not. Believe me, I have this one guy, Roger. You maybe saw him on Twitter.
Roger Power Twitter.
Roger Power
He's
Twitter.
amazing, isn't he?
He's one of my favorites.
Yes,
right?
And he is one of the biggest supporters of
absolutely
you. It's just
tweeting
outrageous.
50 tweets every day. I have on my phone just from him.
He's a good guy.
It's
Yes,
crazy.
very, very good guy.
And if I'm telling you he's not having a computer that. He's not having a phone like you and me. He's doing it all on PlayStation.
Hey, can
Right.
I can I say something, Alpha Female? Listen,
Sure.
I want the fans, because I'm actually on ProWrestlingTees.com. Now we're actually
Yeah.
big supporters of ProWrestlingTees.com. You go to www.ProWrestlingTees.com/Alpha Female, and I'm gonna actually put a nice graphic of all these amazing T-shirts. One of my favorites is Gun Blazing and Pro. Well, I can't really say it. Effing wrestling. Don't be ordinary. You have some really cool, but guns are blazing. I'm gonna actually put a nice big graphic of that T-shirt because that's one of my favorite. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com, guys, and support independent pro wrestling, guys. Make them money. They give every single day of their lives, their bodies, ladies and gentlemen. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com and support our young lady, Alpha Female here. Alpha Female, we're about done, Bill, because we're gonna have to close this out. But is there anything, Bill, that you have to ask before I ask my final question?
You know what, right?
I can't marry you, baby.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait.
Hold the bus.
Hold on. Wait.
I like hairy people. I'm really sorry.
Oh no. Listen, I am number one. I am spoken for. But again, if you are interested in a very big, handsome, dark-skinned black man by the name of A-Track Brown, who is actually quite charismatic, I'm sure he'll jump. Well, I don't know if he can jump. I don't know if he can jump that high. I don't think he's in that good a shape. But anyway, the guy will be willing to help you out.
Yeah, give him my email address. Let's see.
Woo!
We will do that.
I just made a love connection, baby.
Boom. Cupid is entered the ring. Wow. 8-Track Brown right now. Oh, I can't imagine.
He's gonna have to fight Billy Ray Valentine, even though Billy Ray Valentine apparently is married. I'm not really sure. I don't know if you want to go that route.
That's the same situation with myself.
Hey, you're out of the picture, buddy. But anyway, Alpha Female, Bill Schuyler, seriously, listen, thank you so much. We have you on way longer than we thought we would have you on. Is there a closing question, Bill, that you have before we go?
Yeah, I want to know, who was your toughest in-ring competitor of all the rest? It doesn't have to be strength. It doesn't have to be speed. But who gave you the greatest match in your career?
Definitely Nanae Takahashi from Japan. I learned
yeah.
and I go the most with her. Yeah.
All right.
Because
yes, go ahead,
Bill. We're gonna have to close out because our show's gonna go over 3 hours long, man, this week.
Well, unfortunately, you know what? This guest deserved every single second we could give her, because again, we want to be the ones that told you so. That Jazzy, Alpha Female, whatever name, the gimmick that you're gonna unleash upon the wrestling community, it's you. It's going to be you this year. I see it clear as day.
Well, listen.
Thank you so much.
Really quickly, I want to just really plug. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, follow Alpha Female, aka Jazzy, at Alpha Female 1 on Twitter, guys. Again, go to ProWrestlingTees.com. Pro Wrestling Tees /Alpha Female. You can get her amazing apparel there. Pro Wrestling Tees, again, support your independent pro wrestling. Is there anything else before we let you go that you would love to promote?
Go to my Facebook, tweet me, and chat with me. I'm cool and I'm not fighting you. I will maybe punch you, but please.
Oh, please.
Speak to me. Talk to me.
Well, listen.
Yeah, thank you so much that I was on here. It was so much fun.
I'm going to tell you something. Alpha Female, I'm going to implore you. I am what you call a social media whore. So I love to follow and I love to be followed. So again, I left you a comment. I'll leave you a nice comment on Instagram. Oh, again, on Instagram, follow this young lady at German Wrestling on Instagram. So we got Twitter at Alpha Female 1 on Twitter, at German Wrestling on Instagram. Find her on Facebook. Find her on ProWrestlingTees.com. Ladies and gentlemen, find her on television every single week this year, 2016. We have one of the biggest female stars in professional wrestling right now, Alpha Female, and soon she will be. She can't really say right now.
No.
Yes, very quiet.
Alpha Female, again, young lady, thank you so much for coming on this show. It has been an absolute pleasure here to have you on. And again, you know, you said you need that visa. I think Bill Apter might be available too. I know he's a little old, but he's very, very handsome.
Good to know.
Alpha Female, thank you so much for coming on here at
Thank
OneWrestling.com.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Slam Nation, Bill Schuyler, we're out.